2015 Australian International Pedal Prix, 24 hours of racing. This is the biggest HPV recumbent trike race ever. 3 wheels, 226 teams, some real professionalism, so much on the line, not just this race, but also the Australian HPV Super Series. Please get ready, the grid must now be there. The line is coming up, and we're going to run, so here is the start. We've got the cars here. Control here. Not long into the race, and in Category 4, Tri-Sled looks like they've had a nasty crash.
One of our riders has just come past us and he's flipped up into one of the poles and the safety barriers here. He's kind of scratched up his knee, and the rider in the bike now has just come past and the crank sets and he's replacing, so let's get it done quick and see what we can do, mate.
The whole crank room is going to come out of the vehicle and a new one is going to go in as quickly as we can. But there's some uncertainty about whether or not that one's going to go in the same place.
After the first stage of the race, it's time to see how competition is shaping up in all of the categories. Starting in Category 1,
East Para Primary School, 60 laps, 1 lap adrift of these guys.
Close.
So it is immensely close.
We want to overtake Highgate. I don't want to sound cocky, but we will.
At the time we sat down here, you were leading by 1 lap. That is 2 kilometres.
Got to get some lap times in, got to push hard, got to get a few more laps in front of East Para. Don't count chickens for the catch, eh? You never know what's going to happen.
In all-girls Category 1, WR3 from Walford are having a close contest for first, with Seymour not far behind.
Whenever we come back in, we check our times and we ask the coaches if there's any update on how far ahead we are of Seymour. So.
There's 3 laps between us. We're trying to overtake them, obviously.
Yeah. So this is the Seymour bike. Looks like we've got a mechanical issue. They're lifting it over. So we've got some mad fixing happening down here.
Back wheel.
Back wheel's come off.
Yeah.
How did it break down right there?
Thanks, guys.
That's a bit bad.
In Category 2, reigning champions Pembroke have the lead. The battle for second, however, is between Woodner Airguns and Kingston's Larry, with Woodner leading by a lap.
Well, we were on the same lap and ranging from about 1:30 to 1:50 behind. We're barely into the race. 12 o'clock tomorrow's a long way away.
How do you feel about Kingston just below you there?
Not too bad. We've got a lot of strong riders in the team. We've got one of the strongest riders, so he's doing very well. He's been in the bike for about half an hour and he's catching up a lot of laps.
As the sun is starting to set on the race, in Category 2 girls, 2 laps separates the leader, WR1 from Walford, from the team riding their tail, Scotch College's SCR1.
Well, it's been pretty clean. We had a few issues, but we started about 2 laps down and we're just trying to work on catching up.
We had a few problems with our bike. It wasn't working at all, but now we've got it fixed. We're going pretty well.
In Category 3, it's exciting to see the undefeated champions Brian from Pembroke being challenged by this series' newcomer, Bendigo Senior's Uphill Gardner.
You guys are on the same lap as Pembroke, but they've broken away again. Or did you fall behind? What's happened there?
So when we're on the same lap, we had to pull in to turn our lights on at the same time. So we got set back then. 4 laps over 24 hours is not much at all.
Do you feel safe with that buffer?
No.
You don't?
No, we're going to keep going, keep strong riders. We've got lots of depth in our team, so hopefully we should be good throughout the night and see what happens when we wake up.
In Category 3 girls, the main fight is between Pembroke's The Devil Wears Cleats and Loxton's She's a Blur right on their tail.
First rider, she rode for 2 hours and did 32 laps.
Were you leading at that point?
No, we weren't leading at that point. We were leading after that until we did a pit change, and unfortunately that brought us back to second.
In Category 4, Aurora are away to a great start in the lead with 3 laps up on their closest competitor, Wattle Racing's Toothless. Tri-Sled hold third after their troubles earlier.
That's what's actually happened next to this thing there. Anything can happen in a 24-hour race.
We've had 1 rollover so far, and other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Nothing's wrong with the vehicles. Last I looked, they were 3 laps behind us, so just the main eye is just to keep Wattle and Tri-Sled away from us relentless. We're keeping an eye on them at the start, but they had a bit of misfortune, so theirs dropped right back.
We had quite a bad crash, which we had a 16-minute lap. We had to patch up the fairing a bit, fair bit of damage.
Aurora, they've brought the dream team. They are absolutely flying. The only way that we can catch up to them is if they have a major issue.
Great to see a strong competition unfolding in the Category 4 girls teams this year between Wattle Racing's She's the Man, only 5 laps up from E-Deck favourites.
Oh, we've sort of been up a little bit from early on. We've sort of been up and down, but we're sort of settling in now, getting some of our more steady riders in.
They're definitely bringing it. I love some good competition. I love having someone to chase.
Getting deeper into the night, temperatures begin to drop down to a predicted low of 6 degrees. It's a long time of racing before the sun comes back up. Lots can change in the race by morning. I got out into the pits to see how the teams were handling the race.
Some people live in their trailer, and these guys here, look at that. You got a bed there. It smells like a football player's gym in here. Here's the team from Xavier College here. They're figuring out, as you can see, when their riders are going in and out of their lanes. They've got their computer system set up here. They've got the live stream happening right here. How cool is that?
Very early in the morning now, and one of the Category 4 race leaders, Wattle Racing Toothless, has had some serious problems that could be a game changer for them.
We've broken the canopy mount, and we're just trying to find a fix for it. We don't have the resources on hand to be able to do that at the moment, but we think our neighbouring team will have something that will help us out. We've lost possibly second place.
The sun is rising now to bring in the second day of the 24-hour race. It's been a long night for many teams, and places have shifted dramatically in some cases. They don't have a huge amount of time left to make up lost laps as the end of the race is getting closer. The mechanical issues experienced by Wattle Racing in Category 4 reshuffled the category quite a bit, with them losing contention for the top spot and dropping them down into third behind Tri-Sled. This has allowed Aurora to hold their comfortable lead, although by the looks of their vehicle, you'd think they'd had a pretty rough night.
We've come in with our strongest roster we've ever had, so I've just told all the boys, just if there's an incident in front or there's a gap, don't take it.
Sure.
10 seconds to go around. We've got the legs this time around.
The competition in all-girls Category 4 has also changed significantly since last night.
It is not close anymore. What has happened here?
I just believe, I don't know, some of our riders are a bit new to the sport maybe. I went and had a nap for 4 hours, woke up and we were 19 laps down.
In Category 3, the entire battle for second place has changed dramatically. Good Shepherd's Time Warp and Loxton High's Blurred Vision have now knocked both Bendigo and Woodner from the top 3. Early in the morning, Loxton had second place before losing it to Good Shepherd. The interesting thing in this category now will be whether Bendigo can get back up into the top 3 by taking it from Loxton, as they are almost on the exact same lap, head to head.
We dropped out of contention for the win because we had a bit of a attrition problem with our riders. We put a lot of effort into our trike building it, and we just didn't have enough time in the end to train for the race.
Brian's pretty well uncatchable at the moment. They're a long way ahead. They've had a great race. But, we'll try and ride it out to the end and see if we can finish up second. It'd be nice.
In Category 3 girls, Pembroke's The Devil Wears Cleats has pulled into a comfortable lead ahead of Loxton's She's a Blur. In Category 2, the battle for second place has been held by Woodner Airguns. Kingston's Larry is shifting their focus more to fighting for third position now, as Scotch's SCR2 has just managed to take it from them.
I think we were eighth at one point and come back to third, so that's really good. Larry are really coming close to us, so if we can keep in third, that'd be awesome.
In Category 2 girls, Scotch's SCR1 has done it. They've managed to get in front of Walford's WR1 overnight, and it looks like they've got a few laps up their sleeves to hold it.
Well, overnight we had a few problems. We had 2 wheels that had gone flat, and then our gears have stopped working.
We had a few girls do some really long stints. We had a few really strong riders, and it just so happened to be when they were pitting.
In Category 1 girls, there has been a switch in the places, and Walford's WR3 have dropped down below Seymour by 6 laps. A bit of a distance, but not impossible to catch up.
We've got our fastest riders now in for the last couple of hours of the race, so that we can try to get as far up ahead as we can. You think you've got us, we're coming back.
It's very close to the end of the race now, and an extended red flag that brought the race to a stop has come at a time that was crucial for many teams looking for that final comeback. In Category 1, one of the more exciting competitions of the race and throughout the entire series for 2015, is East Para Primary's Crank Crew and Highgate Hot Rod. East Para said, "We will catch Highgate." Shortly afterwards, they did catch Highgate, and now you're 3 laps adrift, and we're not far from the end of the race. You've got 3 laps to catch up. What does that feel like?
Well, we have our quickest rider coming up. The red flag doesn't help us.
Not long to go, and Highgate are still trying to catch us, so we're a bit nervous, but we're all good at the moment. We're doing our best as we can.
The team that finishes higher will win the UniSA Australian HPV Super Series. So I know that does not feel good, but you've still got time. Bendigo Senior have their last chance at placing in the top 3. They have to take 3rd spot from Loxton's Blurred Vision, who they are currently just behind on the same lap.
Yeah, I reckon he passed Loxton twice, so we're back on the same lap. I think we should be pretty close to being in front.
We're just waiting for our rider in there now to do his part and catch them up now. We'll probably beat them.
The chains come off.
Where?
In the dying moments of the race, a small mechanical issue with the chain has cost the Bendigo team precious seconds in catching Loxton.
It definitely cost us probably 30 seconds or something like that, which you don't want.
After the red flag incident right near the end of the race, it seems our race leaders have come to a special decision between them of how to finish today's event.
They are going to continue this race without any overtaking, and they're going to go around together. All 3 of them are going to ride together all the way home. And here they are, all 3 of them. There's those 3 front runners there. Isn't that an amazing thing? Aurora Racing Tri-Sled and Water Racing Toothless all running around. We've got some trouble for Highgate. I don't know that they've got enough time anymore. They have to beat the East Para Crank Crew, and I don't know that they can do it. Right here, right here. Here they go now. There's the last lap. Here's the last lap forward now. That is Aurora, that is Tri-Sled. Aurora will win the 2015 Australian International Pedal Prix. Tri-Sled second. What a racing third. There they are now. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant win. Yes! Here's a second flag.
An amazing finish to the 24-hour race at Murray Bridge. Aurora have won the day with a comfortable lead over Tri-Sled and Wattle Racing in 3rd.
How are you feeling, Dad?
I love him. He's a top kid. Yeah, we all that red flag was on Tri-Sled was in our pit, so we all decided to come to agreement just to do that last half now, 45 minutes together.
Wattle Racing's She's the Man took out the win in Category 4 girls over EDEC favourites in 2nd and Fast Cats in 3rd. Pembroke's Brian won the Category 3s with a comfortable lead, with Good Shepherd taking 2nd and Loxton holding on to 3rd after Bendigo's Uphill Gardener didn't quite make its comeback. In Category 1, East Para Primary held their place and beat Highgate by 2 laps in the end in what must have been the most exciting competition of the series. This means that East Para Primary won the Super Series by 1 point after heaps of back and forth right through the year.
It's a great feeling to win today, and everyone who participated, including Highgate, who put up an amazing fight for this.
In Category 3 girls, Pembroke's The Devil Wears Cleats beat Loxton's She's a Blur and came 9th in the category overall. Kingston's Nemo came in 3rd. In Category 2, Pembroke's Eric the Halfbee won by a huge gap. 2nd was Woodner's Airguns, followed by Scotch's SCR2, who impressively took 3rd from Kingston's Larry by 1 lap. Category 2 girls, Scotch's SCR1 took the win and came 7th overall in their category. 2nd was Walford's WR1 and 3rd was EDEC Favourites 2. In Category 1 girls, Seymour managed to take the win with 5 laps up on Walford's WR3. Well, that's the end of the series for 2015. We can't wait to see what 2016 has in store for us. We'll see you all next year at the amazing Loxton track when the 2016 UniSA Australian HPV Super Series kicks off. See you then.